Good morning, Greg School students, staff, parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends. Welcome to the annual Greg School May Day program. My name is Amanda Hakes. I will be the announcer for today's program. We now present to you last year's May Day King, Mason Hakes, and Queen Sophie Scoutman. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Sorry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. The May Day Committee would like to welcome everyone this morning. May Day is a tradition that has been part of Greg School for over 35 years. Here at Greg, we are fortunate to have many people willing to assist in this endeavor. We would like to recognize those who played a role in making our May Day festivities successful. As your name is read, please stand to be acknowledged. Mrs. Collins, Mrs. Austin, Mrs. Rapisarda, Mrs. Kraska, Mrs. Stone, Mrs. Goldwyn, Mrs. Bush, Mr. McElwain, Mrs. Rucco, Mrs. Haberstraw, Mrs. Keeler, Mrs. Doherty, Mrs. Emanuel, Mrs. Giroux, Mr. Cinco, Mrs. Riho, Mr. Streeton, Mrs. Simmons, Ms. Ketchum, Mr. Belaski, Mrs. Debbie Smith, Mrs. Wendy Smith, Mrs. Wood, Mr. Knapp, Mrs. Nagel, Ms. Rucco, Mrs. Finneyfrock, Mrs. Hale, Mrs. Woodrow. Thank you for all of your help. We would like to express our appreciation to everyone who brought in flowers today. And above all, we would like to thank the dedicated parents and children who gave their time and energy to after-school practices and early morning practices so that our May Day program can continue to be a successful tradition that is enjoyed by everyone. The May Day Committee thanks everyone for helping. Please sit back and enjoy the program.
This is not part of the program, but I feel that the May Day Committee needs to be recognized because of their hard work, their dedication, and their commitment to this program. So will the following please, Mrs. Perry, Mrs. Drew, and Mrs. Scoutman. They need a nice round of applause for all of your children. Now sit back and enjoy.
Each year, the Greg School May Day program has begun with the reciting of a poem written about 140 years ago by England's poet laureate Alfred Lord Tennyson. Tennyson's poem, Queen of the May, reminds us of the beauty of the month of May and the importance of the selection of just the right girl for the honor of May Queen. With just a little less reverence than Tennyson might expect, here are 8 of our grade school beauties who will recite this poem for you. Since the poem is rather difficult to understand in its original form, we have altered the poem slightly. Now here's one of the most popular parts of our annual program. This year's beauties are the 4th graders, Rohan Amin, Ben Herman, Thomas McCall, Robert Van Dusen, Anthony Whitburn. 5th graders, Alan Atherton, TJ Cornfield, Aiden Kopka.
You must wake and call me early, mother dear. Tomorrow will be the happiest day of all the glad new year. Of all the glad new year, mother, the maddest, merriest day. For I'm to be queen of the May, mother, I'm to be queen of the May. I sleep so sound all night, mother, that I shall never wake. If you do not call me loud before the day begins to break, I must gather lots of flowers on this very happy day. For I am to be queen of the May, mother. I am to be queen of the May.
All the valley, mother, will be fresh and green and still, and the buttercup and the daisy are all over the hill, and the winding stream, the flower field will merrily dance and play. For I'm to be queen of the May, mother, I'm to be queen of the May.
Little Effie shall go with me tomorrow to the green, and you'll be there too, mother, to see me made the queen. For the handsome boys on every side will come from far away. I'm to be queen of the May, mother. I'm to be queen of the May.
There's many a black eye, they say, but none so bright as mine. There's Margaret and Mary, there's Kate and Caroline, but none so fair as little Allison, all the way. For I'm to be queen of the May, mother. I'm to be queen of the May.
So you must wake and call me early, mother dear. Tomorrow will be the happiest time of all the glad new year. Tomorrow will be of all the maddest, merriest day. For I'm to be queen of the May, mother. I'm to be queen of the May. The nightlands come and go, mother, upon the meadow grass. The happy stars seem to brighten as they pass. There'll not be a drop of rain the whole live long day. I'm to be queen of the May, mother. I'm to be queen of the May.
So you must wake and call me Yoli, mother dear. Tomorrow
thought it would be the happiest time of all the glad new year. Tomorrow will be all the year the Madness Mary's Day. Well, I'm to bring the May, Mother. I'm to bring the May.
related to the change of the seasons. Trees, as symbols of nature, were often used as part of the festival. Through the years that followed, several European countries held observances as part of their culture. It was during the Middle Ages that the maypole became part of the ritual. Every English village had its maypole. The people of the villages would dance around them as part of their celebration. Our tradition in America of celebrating May Day comes from the observances held in England. This includes bringing the May, where the custom was to go to the woods before dawn and pick flowers and branches to decorate the house. There was always a May Queen, chosen from among the pretty girls in the village to reign over the May Day festivities. She was drawn in a decorated cart by young men or her maids of honor to the village green, where she was crowned until the start of the dances. worthy of recognition. These students are rated on courtesy, consideration, cooperation, initiative, participation, reliability, productive use of time, and displaying traits in keeping with the school discipline policy. The 3 girls and boys who received the greatest number of scored points make up the core. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our related arts teachers for their efforts in the selection process. Please stand and be recognized as your name is called. Art, Mrs. Goldwyn. Library, Mrs. Rapisarda. Music, Mrs. Kraska. Physical education, Mrs. Riho. We are about ready for the presentation of this year's corps. The robe bearers for this year's King and Queen are kindergartners Thomas, Adrian Riho, and Cadence Morse. This year's Maypole dancers are Keegan Bennett, Melissa Jacobs, Sophia Scoutman, Talia Gilden, Isa Hatch, Cameron Mace, Julia Rigby, Grace Robertson, Cameron Morse, Prince of Kenay. In the moment you've been waiting for, the 2017 Greg School May Corps. The second attendants to the May King and Queen are Ben Herman and Sophia Rizzo.